It is great to see our friend Travis Burks of Price Cutter because we never know what he's going to bring or what he's going to teach us about all the awesome show me beef and meats at Price Cutter. Great to see you.
Yeah,
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, happy Wednesday.
We're halfway through the week. Huh?
Yes, we are.
I just want to breeze through some stuff really quick. So in the ad this week, we do have, which the weather's up and down. So on your cold days, you want roast. On the warm days, you want grilling. So T-bones are in the ad this week, which is a great option for grilling, especially this time of year.
They look beautiful.
They are so pretty.
London broils and top brown roast. All that is show me beef. It's exclusive to Price Cutter, all local.
Hey, can I ask you guys a pop quiz question? It just came to me. Steaks. No sauce, Heinz 57 or A1?
No sauce.
Okay.
It depends on who cooks it.
Okay, that's very good.
If I cook it, sometimes I have to do some sauce, but I like a little butter and a little salt and pepper, and that's good to go.
Yeah.
I love Heinz 57 sauce. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
That's all right.
Sorry,
if I had to pick a sauce, that would be the sauce.
I do like that one.
All right.
And then another option that we do have in the ad this week are whole boneless pork loins, which is this piece of meat here that's up front.
That's huge.
Now, what I would like to do today is show some options of what you could do. So if you see these in the counter, you could buy them like this whole. You could take it home. You could smoke it that way if you wanted to. Or if you were educated enough, you could cut it at home yourself. What you can do then, once you cut it up, is you could freeze it. So if you wanted to get a bunch worth of meals, you can almost do that. So a piece like this, at the price that we have this week, you're looking at about $20 for a whole boneless.
That is amazing. What an incredible price. Now, you're teaching us so that we are not intimidated about this.
Right, and it's very easy. And again, you could grab these out of the counter and they can do it for you in the meat shop. Again, pack it however you want.
All right.
So you always want to start on the leaner end, and the way to tell that is you're going to have the rib end on this end, which is going to have a little bit more fat.
Oh,
so if you normally,
wait, I thought
I would have guessed this end.
So if you normally see normal pork chops, which would look like that there.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Wow.
So if you have those like that, as well as if you wanted to do, I'm sure you've heard of butterfly chops.
Yes.
Right? Or stuffed pork chop, which would be the same.
By the way, Trav, they have the stuffed pork chops at the meat counter already pre-made for you, so you don't have to do it.
Seasoned and that sort of thing.
I love
that's how you do
So
that.
then
You
you
don't
would-
cut it all the way through.
Yeah, you would just have a couple of butterfly chops, and again, that's still a meal for 4 if you wanted to cook it that way, because you're going to have basically 4 chops at the same time.
So I think the hardest part for this would be for me so far is I would have started on that end.
Yeah,
I would have flipped that around.
And you can if you want to. Just there's so many more options you could do out of this end versus what you could do out of these other ends.
But those
Now,
pork chops look amazing.
Don't they look
again,
beautiful?
I'm sure you're familiar with like a breakfast pork chop, which is going to be a thinner cut.
Okay.
Cal, how would you like me to fry you up some pork chops and applesauce?
I'd like that, and I'd like a couple of eggs, please.
All
too.
right.
That sounds delicious.
A little shake and bake.
Yes.
Obviously.
And I help.
And I help too.
Yeah. And then you would have breakfast chops, so that would be your thinner cut. Very simple.
Wow.
You know, it's so interesting to see, because we see it like this in the store, but I would have not known that that's what this is or how to cut it.
And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and go through here and finish these up in chops real quick.
Wow, I'm so impressed right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and pretend to be a butcher.
It takes years to learn how to be a good butcher.
I know.
I can teach it.
He could teach it, yeah, and he does. We
Okay,
learned
so
so
then
much.
there would be a chop. So if you wanted the meat shop.
Kelly, look how many meals you could have with this for $20.
I cannot believe that price.
Yeah, and that's just on the loin end, and of course they could pack those however you want. So then
All
you
right.
get to the roast end, which is going to have a little bit more fat on it. So I'm just going to cut this in half so you can kind of see. So this would be your pork loin roast. And if you'll notice on the end of this here, you're going to have basically the ribeye of the pork.
I see what you're saying now. The fat more in the center of the cut.
And you're going to get a little bit more moisture out of that. Now what I like to do sometimes on the rib end is just cut them a little thicker like this, and then you could actually prepare boneless ribs out of this like this. And you would have.
Oh, that's so pretty.
That is so great.
Just like this. So in that time frame, out of that 11-pound piece of meat, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meals.
That is incredible. Yeah, just cut it up and freeze it.
I think for my household, just 2 people, I think that could be 14 meals.
It easily could be.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I agree.
If you packed them 2, or if you didn't want to use the roast, you could always still do chops.
Sometimes
people just want to take the whole thing, pack them in 2 to a pack, and pull them out as they need.
I may do that.
See, this is silly because I didn't understand. When I say roast, I always think of beef.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Not,
not pork.
Not
yeah,
pork.
there's so many different options.
Yeah.
And of course so this pork loin that you see here with Prairie Fresh also come in a variety of marinated loins that are already done. in the meat shops. So
when
anywhere
we
from-
Kelly, would we do the same thing with this one? Chop them up like pork
just
chops?
the same way.
You could, or just cook it like that. A loin roast that's already marinated. Now this too, before we cut this, you could have also used that as a loin roast if you wanted.
All right.
It's whatever you prefer to do.
Would you put that in the oven, Trav?
Yes.
Or you would? All right.
Oven and the grill if you wanted to as well.
All right.
The same way with this side here with the honey sriracha and the teriyaki. Those are just the tenderloin. So that's the softer part of the pork.
Well, this is a great way to do it and get a lot, but I'll tell you, I do like the way that you marinate them, and they've been marinating for a while. They're so tasty, all the fish and all the different things that you marinate.
Yeah,
I feel like this is such a great way to meal prep because you're buying it for a great price.
Yeah.
Putting it in the freezer, and you don't have to use it in the next week.
Exactly.
You know, you could spread this out over time, and you have meals. Oh, quick meal. Oh, I got those pork chops.
It's all about the
freezer.
prep.
And I
isn't
can
it?
tell you that buying in bigger, so when you buy in the bag, you're getting
More
you're
for
paying
your-
less, but
right.
you're getting more for your money.
I think that's
so. A value for a family or a belly filler, we would call it. That's your better option. So even if you see a pork loin like that,
Yeah.
or a 10-pound chub of ground beef, even when you got the whole thing, you could break that up into 1 pounds.
Okay.
Briskets, tri-tips.
Kelly, I wonder how many people at home are thinking, man, they're idiots for not knowing this because we're learning
Well,
so
and
much.
I'm just gonna be
I
honest
didn't
with you.
know. I'm with you,
I
Kelly.
always buy the meat already prepared,
Yes.
so I don't know. Can I ask you, is this the roast in?
That would be the roasting.
Okay, I'm starting to figure this out.
Nice.
See, we're
Okay.
learning.
We're learning. I love
Kelly,
that.
I'm with you though because
Yeah.
I would not see. That's what I buy.
Yeah.
I would not have.
I don't know
known
what it
that
looks
at all.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, very
Uncut.
easy.
I had no clue.
Very easy. And I would like to, real quick, we have Dover sole in the ad. You know, it is important to eat seafood twice a week.
Right.
So we try to push that as much as possible. So Dover sole's in the ad this week, which is a very good.
I'm coming down by.
Get on
Kelly. I'm gonna
down
come
here.
down here by you.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on one second. Oh,
We
wait.
did,
Oh, sorry.
we go.
I moved it.
There we go.
with a little
Sorry, guys.
rice and again, those steam bag vegetables from the produce department. Just took me a few minutes. to
You
microwave.
picked Jeremy's favorite vegetables there.
I love those veggies.
Now, what is on? Do you have a
So
little
it's a
seasoning?
Mediterranean, so it has capers, green onions, little seasoning salts, cumin, olive
That is-
oil, garlic.
Melt in your mouth.
It's
good.
really, really
And
good.
it took about 12 minutes in the oven. Very quick, very easy.
I don't think I've ever eaten sole.
Well, I know you got soul.
I do. All right.
Sorry.
Thanks, Trav.
Travis,
You
thank
bet.
you so much for what we learned today. Price
bet.
Cutter, go get the best deal here. All right, we'll be back right after this.
That is so good.
It is so good. I want a vegetable.
Melt in
too.
your mouth.
Cauliflower.
A little bit
Cauliflower is good. Did you put butter on that?
different species. There is butter in there. Yeah.